And I feel like that's the theme at the moment. We've been going through so much, and it's been a revelation of our true selves. But the kind of difference between it coming up for a Leo or it coming up for a Virgo is, for you, Libra, that is your energy. So this for you is almost like the new you is coming back to the real you. Does that make sense? You know, there's the kind of level of maybe you lost who you were, right? You have not lost so much, but, you know, we kind of veer away. Other things come in, other factors come in. Now, very interesting, because I don't know who it was, but they got this reversed. They got this as the underlying energy, the Queen of Swords, and this was the advice. Now, for you, you have a sense of pride in who you are. Or if you don't, that's what the message is. The underlying energy this week is the Six of Wands. This is recognition for the work that's been done, holding your head up high with pride. It's a victory card, right? This person is there with a victory wreath on their head and one on their wand, which they hold up high to say, hey, look what I've achieved. Look what I've done. It's being recognized for everything that you've been through. Now, what is it that you've been through? What is it that, you know, I mean, I'm getting the sense almost as if you've gone through something, you're kind of shining, and you know, when you've gone through a really tough time and there's no one really been around, you've just been kind of getting it done, doing it yourself. And now all of a sudden it's because someone sees that you're doing well or that you're in the light. They're like, oh, I think I'd like a piece of that Libra pie. And they're coming back in again. I'm getting that energy coming in. Have a look. We've got the Page of Swords here, and he's giving a very nasty look over to the Six of Wands guy. This is the spy. The Page of Swords is the spy. Sometimes seen as like a bit stalkerific, this energy. But, you know, I always see the spy as getting more information. That's what the Page of Swords does. He gets more information. He may not know what to do with it. He may be getting that more information for the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords or someone else. But he's getting more information. So sometimes he gets that information by, you know, looking around, seeing what other people are saying. But I don't know. There's something here about someone. I don't get this is your energy. I mean, you might be looking for more information, but there's nothing else that kind of points to that. If you're sat on a horse saying, hey, look at what I've done, someone's looking at you. I get the sense that someone's looking at you in the limelight. Now, it's a general reading, so maybe that is you, but then you're not the one that's in the limelight. And I always read the underlying energy as the energy of the person that I'm reading for. So that's the way I'm going to take this. But it may be in you know, a couple of cases that this is you, that somebody else is doing really well now, and you're kind of looking at them, you know, looking at their Instagram or Facebook or something and thinking, wow, this person's doing okay. There might have been a mess in the past. There's still a connection here with whoever this person is. It may have been someone that you worked with in the past, may have been someone that, you know, your partner, it could be your existing partner. But it kind of feels like information that you may even see this person every day, but you didn't know this. There's more information coming in. So there is this kind of looking at someone from the shadows. That's what I'm getting. Someone looking at someone from the shadows. Now, why am I saying that? Because we have this person in the middle who's trying to get more information. This is also about brutal truths, brutal honesty. So it's about being very realistic and having to have a very kind of almost severe conversation with yourself and say, you know, this is not right. Look at how much I've been through. Look at how much I'm shining now. And am I still going to put up with this? Because we have the star coming up as a past energy. Now, the star, you know, it's implied that it's coming in after the tower because that's the card for it. The star's number 17, the tower's number 16 in the major arcana. So this is a new beginning, you know, that has come in after a very difficult time for you. And so when we have the star and we have the Six of Wands, this is someone who's put in a lot of effort to get to where they are. No one just handed it to them. Yes, the star can indicate a helping hand. Card for Aquarius. Some of you might be dealing with an Aquarian. But what I'm getting more as the past, and this is, remember, the past is the foundation. So it's last week, last month, last year. It doesn't matter. It's what's coming in now. I'm really getting the sense you have two cards about being the star, being recognized, being seen. This is also about wish fulfillment, going towards your dreams. You know what your dreams are. You're ready to go for them. There's guidance here. You're doing everything that it takes, going forward with hope, with healing, with faith. That's the star. Beautiful, beautiful energies. But then why have we got this little shit in the middle? You know, who is this little shit? Could be an air sign as well. Another air sign, so that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Doesn't have to be. I'm getting more that this is someone who's trying to figure something out. They're trying to get more information. Pages are very similar to aces for me. They're the beginnings, very kind of immature energy. And I don't mean that this is a younger person or the person's immature. Just the energy itself is at the beginning stages. It's the initial stages of that energy. This hasn't turned into full knowledge yet because it's the page. We're still at the data gathering stage. But why is there more information needed about this rising up like a star? I mean, there could even be a sense of, I don't know, some of you might be recognized for what you do, whether it's in your company, whether it's in your neighborhood, right? You know, everyone kind of knows you, you have a blog or something, or you're a YouTuber or something. Excuse me. And so you've caught someone's eye and they're trying to get more information on you. Now, for some of you, I think this is someone that you already know because we have the devil coming up in the present. And the devil talks about temptation. It's about power. What has power over us? Or who has power over us, right? Now, it's a choice always. And, you know, a lot of people don't like that because they think, no, I don't have a choice. We always have a choice, guys. And that's what the devil says as well. Only those chains that we allow to hold us back can hold us back. And it almost feels like there's this energy of someone who may be giving you attention. I don't know in what way, at work, in your romantic life, whatever way, this person. But they're trying to get more information on you. And I think a lot of it is because you're shining so bright now. And that might not even be in the spotlight in a public sense. Maybe in your own life, all of a sudden you're feeling more positive, like you've been posting positive memes on your social media or something. And when I take it from me, I know this from first-hand experience. When you shine bright, you are going to attract people that are in the dark. It's what happens because they want the light, but they want your light instead of shining themselves. They want your light, and that's kind of what's coming up here. And it might be a very specific message. I said this to Leo as well. My general readings have been coming out like a lot of personal readings recently. My personal readings are a totally different beast, but these have been feeling like that recently. So it may just be that, you know, there's only a couple of people that the message is for. But that's what you're dealing with. Everyone's been getting a tricky card in the present, you know, where there's that kind of sticky point where, yeah, you can propel forward. Yeah, you can be recognized. Yeah, you can shine bright. But what's holding you back here? Something is. You've done all the work. Is it a person? Sometimes this is one of the soulmate cards, and like some people don't like that because I think the devil, no, it is. It's when we have a toxic connection with someone. We have a connection, but what connects us is something that isn't in the highest vibration. You know, sometimes it's codependency, sometimes it's old behavioral patterns. We all go through some times in our life which we're not the proudest of, right? But we have certain people that are, they're our partners during that time. When we're journeying that leg of our journey, we need people around then as well. They bring out the worst in us so that we can deal with that. This could be one of those people that's kind of crept back in or still hanging around. Excuse me. And so you kind of know that, you know, as much as you've got pride in what you've done, in how you've been shining, the new beginning that you've had, there's still this kind of toxic influence that's coming in, or something that tempts you. Do you know when I was thinking about this, actually, the devil came up in another reading that I was doing for someone, and one of the things that I said was, you know, when we lie about something and then afterwards we think, why did I lie about that? Because a part of us is ashamed of it and we know it's not right. And on the surface, there's nothing wrong with what we did, but we still lie about it because we feel bad about it. And that's the devil energy. It makes us feel like we want to lie about this thing or ignore it or not look at it because we're not proud of it being in our lives. And I don't usually read the devil like that, but it feels that way. It feels that way. It's like all of this other stuff you're ready to show, but there's something that you don't want to show because you're not proud of it. But you can be proud of who you are. That's the whole point here. With the star coming in, if you've gone through the star, you've gone through healing. It's the perception that this is here. And it might be because this person they want your light. They want your light, Libra. Now, where does this lead? Well, what it's telling you is that you're beginning a new emotional cycle. You just don't feel the same way as you did. Why would you? Why would you feel the same way if you've gone through so much emotional healing? If you have a new dream, if you're pursuing that dream, if you're proud of who you've become, and the Queen of Swords is reminding you of that, then why would you let the devil kind of hold on to you? I'm going to actually pull one for that devil. So this may not even be your energy. Maybe someone that you're dealing with, right? And they've gone back to behaving in a different way. And think about it. If you've gone through so much and you're ready to shine, you're proud of who you are, and you're like, seriously, do I still want to deal with this? Well, no, you don't, because it's stressing you out. And it's to do with work, not just a job, but you put in so much time and effort into something. And there's a sense coming in of, this is how much work we've done to build this, whether it's a colleague, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend or a lover. So much work has gone into this, but we're still here. Seriously, like, that's the energy that's coming up here. But you feel differently about it. We have the Ace of Cups coming up. Now, this is more healing energy. And this is about, it's emotional growth. It is emotional growth. I think whatever happens this week, you find out some more information about, with the Page of Swords sat above the Ace of Cups, that tells me that you, no matter who's trying to find out information on you, you get more information about the situation. You see that, you know, I don't feel the same way that I did. And that doesn't mean that you don't love someone, or, you know, I'm not saying you're going to break up or any of that. There's none of that breakup energy coming up here. It's about standing in your own truth. No matter what someone else is going through, you can't dim your light because of someone else. If you've been progressing on your journey, following your star, getting the guidance that you need, why would you stop now? You'd have to just trust, even if this is your lover, your boyfriend, your husband, your best friend, whatever it is, that person, they will keep up. They will catch up to you if they have to. You know, if they're meant to be in your life, if they're on this journey with you, they will catch up to you. Because you feel a different way here. And remember, the Ace of Cups, that's our cup. When we begin a new emotional cycle, we look at our cup. And I always say this, when we get to the Two of Cups, that's the card that comes after the Ace, that's when somebody else's cup matches our cup. So doesn't it make sense when the Ace of Cups comes up to look at what is in our own cup? You know, self-respect, love, dignity, trust, all of these beautiful energies. We want them in our cup because then we want someone else to match that. Whatever we have in our cup, that's what the other person will have. That's why it's so important. Self-love is such an important thing. And the focus is very much on you, Libra. It's asking you to focus on yourself because the advice is the Queen of Swords, and that's you. The Queen of Swords, the heartbreak queen, the divorce queen, the widow queen, the warrior that's been through everything, but she's turned it all into knowledge. She knows who she is. She knows who she is. Star above it. She watched the tower collapse and then still came out with hope. Still with the ability to dream, to have faith that my star is still there, my wish is still there. Not despite the tower falling, almost glad the tower fell. That's what she did. And that's you. Your advice, it's reminding you that's you. Whatever this devil influence is, it could be a temptation, could be something else, like an old behavior pattern, an old emotion, desire for something. Whatever that is, are you going to let it hold you back? Because everything else is about you pushing forward. What do I say about the Queen of Swords? Damaged people are dangerous. They know they can survive. And she doesn't just survive, she thrives. And you are looking to thrive. You have the Ace of Cups, new happiness coming in, new emotional experiences coming in. But the future never just happens, right? This card here is always a result of the cards around it. Being brutally honest, you know, getting the truth. There's communication here. You might need to have a difficult conversation with someone. Say, hey, we're not doing this again. You know, it's time to move on. Together, yes, great, or not. But you're in a different space than what you were. Miracles and blessings, everything has its gift. And I think even with the toxic influence of the devil, and, you know, even if it's stressing you out, someone's stressing you out, a situation is something that you want, that's going to show you how far you've come too. But it's all of this is revealing you. Revealing you. Now, I know that sounds strange, but that's something that a lot of us don't stop and look at. We don't really stop and look at ourselves. We're so busy reacting to what's happening around us. But it's almost like this difficulty, whatever it is, this sticking point, whatever this influence is, it's coming to show you, hey, you know, look at what you've achieved. Look at how far you've come. It gives you that more information. And if there is someone and they feel they feel like a pest more than anything else. If there is someone who's bringing that energy in, that's not to say they can't be a part of your life, but you will know what to do with it because it's like your true self is being pushed to the forefront. There's a great shining coming in here of, like, you know, I don't mean the horror movie. I mean like you shining bright, the real you shining out. And it almost feels like this difficult energy here, it's showing, it's still a miracle. It's still a blessing. because it's going to show you how far you have come, that you're not that same Libra anymore. You hold your head up high with pride and say, this is me. Take it or leave it, which in the past you may not have done. Flexible. Now, flexible talks about knowing what your deal breakers are. You know, what is your truth? She knows what a truth is. So know what your truth is. You know what you're not going to compromise on, but on the rest, you're ready to compromise, right? Now, for any other sign, I would have said, yeah, that's, you know, the big deal in this is being flexible. For you guys, I think you've always been so flexible. So for you, it's the opposite that is of more significance, which is the bit that roots you. It's like the oak tree. For everyone else, the message of this card would be to sway like the oak tree in the wind. But you've always been able to do that. You've always had that ability to compromise, to look at all sides of the argument. So for you now, it's saying you can still do that, but don't forget, you are rooted, your roots are grounded somewhere too, in your own truth, in your own reality. That's the difference now. You can still be flexible, but there's some things that you will not be flexible on, which is your own truth and your own happiness. No matter what anyone else is going through. As long as you can put your hand in your heart and say, I've done everything that I could do in this situation, which you can. 6 of Wands tells you that. Hold your head up high with pride, right? Okay, and it says, dearest you, going the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. And that's the 8 of Pentacles. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you expected, I'd say, with the Ace of Cups coming up. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on our end. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life. So just do it. Loving you so, so much. And see, that's what the devil's there for. The devil holds us back. The devil holds us back. Now, it may not be a person. It could be a group of people. It could be something. You know, whatever. It's going to be different for everyone. But you have put in work to get over this. And the 9 of Swords says, you know, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's just going over it again and again. It makes it seem bigger. It makes... And often, I mean, not often, but with the 9 of Swords, these are thoughts in our heads. We don't talk about it. But this conversation cards, like this is, we have to talk about what's going on here. Make it very clear that I'm not being held back. You know, I've got green lights all the way. I'm going. I'm sorry if you can't go just yet. You know, you'll have to catch up to me. Whoever that's with, could be all of your group. It could be all of your loved ones, your friends, family, work, whatever it is. But there's no stopping you now, Libra. There is no stopping you.